Well, welcome everybody to the January 2015 Life Insurance Update Show right here on The Biz. My name's Eric Palmer. Thanks for joining us. Now, what I want to do for the month of January is I'm going to talk about a couple of different products here. We're going to look at some Index Universal Life, and I'm going to talk about a new living benefit term insurance product that's going to be taking the industry by storm here in 2015. Now, to start off with Index ULs, I want to highlight a product from AXA Equitable, and this is a product that actually came out last year, but it hasn't got a whole lot of attention. I think it's going to be a big one to pay attention to here in 2015. It's called the Bright Life Grow, and this is an Index Universal Life that was designed for long-term cash value accumulation. Now, the way that they're doing this is AXA has built one of the lowest cost IULs you're going to find in the marketplace. That means not just the accumulation charges and the premium charges, but also some of the lowest COIs that you're going to find there on an Index UL. And what that means is that, again, long term, we're going to see better growth inside that cash value. Now, a couple of unique things here with this product as well is the cash value enhancement rider. If you do any large overfunded cases or you're doing any premium financing, it's a great feature to help cut down that collateral requirement. We also have a return of premium rider if you're doing some different type of strategies or designs for premium finance. And one of the things I really like about this particular IUL is that they have a couple of different index segment bonuses. And what that means basically is that they're adding more credit to the index later on as the longer the client holds onto this contract. So what that ultimately turns into is, again, more cash value. So if you take a look at this chart here, you'll see if you choose the annual point-to-point on the S&P 500 with the plus strategy, you'll have a 12% cap, and starting in year 11, you have a 50 basis point bonus to that cash value. In year 16 and going forward, you have a whole 1%, again, credited as a bonus to the cash value, making more bang for your buck for your clients and building a larger pool of cash value. So a great product, very conservative product, again, from AXA here for 2015. Now, another Index Universal Life product that really stands out, again, is something I've talked about a little bit last year. It's the Asset Builder from Genworth. What makes this product really nice is they've made some tweaks here for 2015. They're going to add an additional bonus of 75 basis points starting in year 11 plus. It's going to look a lot like that North American Builder product. Again, builds a lot of long-term cash value. They have a 14% cap on the S&P going into the first year here. And what I really like is that they have two loan features. You got the variable loan and the fixed loan, giving your client more choices. And what's really nice is that variable loan actually has a 5.9% cap, so it can't get out of control in terms of cost. It related to what this contract can actually do in terms of performance for your client. So when you're running those supplemental income scenarios, make sure you pay attention to A, are there options, fixed or variable, and B, does that variable loan actually have a ceiling or a cap to it? This particular product does. Now, here on The Biz, we took a vote and we decided that this was actually the best IUL illustration of 2014. Genworth, our hats off to you. You built a great illustration to keep it simple for your client, and that's actually one of the things you have to hone in on when you're choosing your Index Universal Life contracts. It's not just about the mechanics of what the cap is and what the look back is. It's also about the tools and the features that present to your client. That's, of course, the illustration. They have to sign those illustrations each and every time. Make sure it's something that they can understand. And I actually have a sample here on the screen for you. We took an individual. We deferred for 10 years, we deferred for 15 years. We put premium in for 10 years. And as you can see in the first page of the illustration, they really break it down. They tell you the distribution age that we're illustrating, how much premium went into the contract, what we're going to see in terms of benefit distribution based on the loan that we chose, and what illustrated rate we're looking at. So again, a very good way to summarize this for your client, make it simple for them to understand. These are complicated products. We have to boil it down as simply as we can to make sure our clients know exactly what they got themselves into. Again, hats off to Genworth on that product. Now, I want to make a quick mention, of course, to North American on the Builder IUL. This is one of the strongest IULs we've seen in the marketplace. It's sold in a lot of different ways. It's huge in the supplemental income marketplace. Of course, it's just great for Index Universal Life and coverage in general with cash value buildup. They have a guaranteed IUL that guarantees you some death benefit to age 90. But one of the things that's really unique about them is they just got that chronic illness rider approved in California. That's a state we don't see a whole lot of chronic and critical illness approved in. North American, they got it back. It's approved. Chronic illness, now available in the state of California. So if you're out in California, give us a call. We'll make sure you hook you up with this North American Builder IUL. Now, to change gears a little bit, I want to talk about the term insurance market. And you heard me mention this again in 2014, but this will be the #1 selling product in 2015. It's called Safe Harbor Term. What's unique about it is it's not only the #1 living benefit term in the marketplace, but it comes with an acceleration of up to 95% of that death benefit in the event that your client has a critical, chronic, or terminal illness. That's stuff like cancer, stroke, and heart attack. Things are very common, very easy to talk about and bring up with your clients, which makes this a great product to talk about to your clients with, because it has such a relevance to what they're facing each and every day with friends, family, and relatives. Again, critical and chronic and terminal illness are benefits that people want to talk about today. Make sure you're bringing it up. Now, this product can issue up to $1 million. It's non-med or some form of non-med. We call it abbreviated underwriting when you get into the higher band, up to $1 million in coverage. And again, what's really nice about it is it's not just chock full of benefits, but when we look at the pricing comparisons on this thing, it's actually pretty impressive. You take a look at a non-med standard, it actually stacks up great against a fully underwritten carrier's preferred rates. And I've got an example of that here right in front of us. We've got a 40-year-old male, $250,000 of coverage on a 20-year term, very common policy. Now, if it's fully underwritten at a preferred rate, non-tobacco, we're averaging across the top 30 carriers about $23 a month. If I take a look at Safe Harbor at a standard rate, it's $46.13 a month. That means for just 77 cents a day, your client gets critical, chronic, and terminal illness coverage to cover them in the event that they have a stroke, a heart attack, or cancer, and they survive it and need to have some sort of cash to pay those medical bills. Make sure you are bringing up this term insurance product to each and every client that you talk to, because I promise you, living benefits are one of the biggest subjects that consumers want to talk about today. Now, of course, if you have any questions about the products that I talked about today, the concepts, or you want to see some illustrations or some product details, just write me. It's info@thebiz.tv. You can also go right to our website. It's www.thebiz.tv. We appreciate you joining us here in the month of January, and we look forward to talking to you next month. Thanks.